Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome to another Nerdy Nummies. I got so many requests from you guys to make something from Steven Universe, so that is exactly what we're gonna be doing today. If you aren't familiar, Steven Universe is an animation series, and he often visits a bakery called Big Donut, and there's a bunch of yummy treats there, so it got me thinking we've gotta make a donut, and let's decorate it to look like his iconic t-shirt. He's always wearing a red t-shirt with a yellow star right in the middle. It's like his favorite outfit. We've made a treat from this bakery before, the little ice cream cookie cat with my friend Jake, and today we're gonna be making another themed treat. So let's get started. The things you'll need will be, starting with the donut, a 3-inch circle cookie cutter, 2.5 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 eggs, we're only gonna be using the yolks, 3/4 cup of milk, 1 package of active dry yeast, 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half of a fresh vanilla bean, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Then for the filling, you'll need 1 3/4 cup of strawberry jam, 3 tablespoons of water, and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Then to fry our donuts, you'll need some oil. I don't have a fancy deep fryer machine or anything, and you don't need that for this recipe. You just need a big sauce pot and some oil. We do it on the stove and it's really easy. I'll show you how. Then to decorate, we have royal icing. I've dyed it red and yellow for the t-shirt and his star, and put them into piping bags with tips at the end for a little bit more control. Now, let's put it all together and make some donuts. First step to making homemade donuts is to activate the yeast. Open your 1 packet of yeast. Oops, that's not going there. Pour it in a big bowl. Then add warm milk at about 100 degrees. I microwave this for about 30 seconds, and sugar. Ooh, pretty. Whisk together, then set it off to the side for about 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes, this is what your yeast should look like. It kind of looks foamy, and once it's foamy, we can add our additional ingredients. Add your eggs, 2 eggs, but remember, we're only gonna be adding the yolk. And I'm just using the jiggle method, and bloop, put them in. 1 more to go. Yeah, bring it over and boom. What? Next, add your room temperature butter. There you go, you little stinker. Almond extract and half a vanilla bean. Using a small cutting knife, cut a slit all the way down. Open up your bean. Oh, and that's what we want, all of those yummy seeds inside. Take your knife, using the sharp part, put pressure at the top of the bean and pull down. And it's scraping out all the little vanilla seeds. Put all those into the bowl. Now give the bowl a quick mix, and don't worry about the butter, just give it a little mix. Now we're gonna add our flour and salt, but not the salt first. You don't want the salt to come in direct contact with the yeast until we've mixed in some flour, otherwise the salt is gonna kill your yeast, and we don't want that. I'm gonna add about half the flour, mix together with our wet ingredients, then add your salt. Mix it in, work the flour in slowly. I'm adding it in parts so it will mix in nicely. Now sprinkle some flour on top of your work surface. We don't want the dough to stick. Pour out the whole bowl, even the crumblies. Start shaping it into a ball, and then once you get it into a ball, using this part of your hand at the bottom, the heel, we're gonna push forward, pull back, and turn. Push forward, back, and turn. And wow, there's a lot of flour that just fell on my dress. After enough kneading, this is what your dough should look like. You want it to be tacky but not sticky. And when you push it in, it kind of bounces back out. Once you get the dough ready like this, it needs to rest. So in a large bowl, I'm gonna pour in a little bit of oil. You wanna coat the bottom and the side. So I'm using a paper towel to just move the oil around. Lace the dough into the bowl. Then take a clean kitchen towel and cover the top like you're tucking it in for bed. You're like, oh, good night, little dough. Let the dough sit until it doubles in size. Usually takes about an hour and a half. I've given the dough plenty of time to rest. Let's wake them up and see what we've got. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Take a pinch of flour, spread it on top of your work surface so that the dough won't stick. This is my favorite part. Flip your bowl upside down and let the dough plop out. You can use your hands to pat, 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 pat. Now using a rolling pin, roll the dough to be about ½ an inch thick. Once rolled out, grab your circle cookie cutter and cut out a bunch of donuts. Here we go. Also a tip, it is hard to re-roll donut dough, so try to cut out your donuts as close together as possible and get as many as you can out of one roll. Got all of our donuts on the tray and they get to take a nap. Again, take a clean kitchen towel, cover the donuts, and I call it a nap because they only need to sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, they have rested for a little bit and I want to show you what they look like. Let's take a peek. Oh, yes! They floofed up a little bit more. They are ready for the stove. Let's go. Pour oil into a large pot, turn heat to medium-low until it reaches 350 degrees, then place gently into the hot oil. Let the donuts brown on one side, then flip them over to brown the other side. This takes about 1 minute to cook on each side. Remove the donuts from the oil to a paper towel-lined cookie sheet to drain. Just took the donuts off the stove. They're hot, they're fresh. I've set them off to the side to cool down. While they're cooling, we're gonna be making the strawberry jam filling. To do so, pour your cornstarch and water into a small bowl and stir together with a spoon. We're making something called a slurry. Then scoop your seedless jelly into a sauce pot. I'm using strawberry seedless jelly, but you can use whatever jelly filling flavor you'd like. Next, take your pot and slurry over to the stove. Turn the heat to high and bring the jam to a boil, stirring consistently. You don't want the jam to burn at the bottom of the pan. When the jam starts to boil, whisk in the cornstarch and cook until it's thickened. Keep mixing. Once it's a thick texture, remove from the stove. Just took the strawberry jam off the stove, let it cool, then place it into a piping bag with a number 802 tip at the end. In front of me, I have our fresh homemade donuts. I just grabbed a couple of them, placed them on top of a cutting board. We are going to create cavities to make these jelly-filled donuts. This part is totally optional, but I absolutely love filled donuts. If you've never made a filled donut before, it's very easy. Take a wooden skewer and you're going to poke a hole on the side of the donut, press it in about halfway to the donut, and then move the skewer back and forth, boop, 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 kind of like a windshield wiper. Then take your jelly filling, place the tip right at the opening, and squeeze. Ooh, oh my gosh, you can feel the donut filling up, and boop, right when you can see the jelly, stop filling. Our donuts are filled, and now it's time for my favorite part. It is time to decorate. To decorate, again, we are using royal icing. Start with red. Just a reminder, I'm using a number 3 tip at the end for a little bit more control. Pipe a circle outline on the top of your donut and then fill it in. I'm using a toothpick to spread the icing evenly. Once the red icing has set, it's hard to the touch, so I'm just gonna give it a little boop boop. Yep, we're good. Then pipe a 5-pointed yellow star on the top of the donut, just like this. Ta-da! Here are the Steven Universe jelly-filled donuts that we made today, and we decorated them to look like his t-shirt. I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I love making homemade donuts, and as I was filling them, I noticed something. Look! The little jelly dot looks like Steven Universe's, like his belly button, his rose quartz gem. It's all coming together. I'll be taking a bunch of pictures and posting the recipe on rosannapansino.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so you can check it out there. And if you guys make this donut, please take a picture and send it to me. I love seeing your baking creations. It just makes me happy. It makes my day. And if you have any other ideas for any other nerdy dummies, please let me know and I will do my best to make them happen. All right, thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye. And now I'm gonna have another one for me. This is technically seconds. I ate one of the fresh hot donuts off the stove. Yes. Oh my God, yes. This is so good.